I chose to interview my papa, Rick McCurry. The first event that shaped his life was the space race between the USA and USSR Communist Russia. Access to space opened a new and significant element to the Cold War between the forces of democracy, led by the USA, and the forces of communism, led by Russia, and led to a dramatic increase in science and technology with an emphasis on space. Although Russia initially led with the first launch of satellite Sputnik and the first man to orbit the Earth, Yuri Gagarin, the USA quickly accelerated our space program and launched our first manned spacecraft and passed the Russians with the pledge of President John F. Kennedy to put a man on the moon within a decade. We are successful in making that one great step for mankind, which was never been equaled by the Russians or any other nation. I joined the USAF to fulfill my dreams of flight, ultimately flying the world's fastest and highest flying aircraft, the SR-71 Blackbird. Unfortunately, we are falling behind in our science, technology, engineering, and math dominance. U.S. business are partnering with government and academia in a STEM initiative to increase awareness and focus in schools and with young people across the USA. I have participated in bringing STEM briefings to young students. In participating in these briefings, my papa was inspired and it gave him a passion that became his life work. The second major event that shaped his life was the Vietnam War. During the late 1960s, the U.S. government engaged in an effort to block the spread of communism throughout Southeast Asia with a focus on the nation of Vietnam. In support of the war, all young men had to register for the draft at age 18, a mandatory registration used to ensure all men who were physically fit were able to go into the army and likely go to the war in Vietnam. Students who attended college full-time were able to get a 4-year deferment and perhaps enlist in the officer corps of any of the services, Army, Navy, Marines, or Air Force. This was the path he took, and upon graduation enlisted in the U.S. Air Force.